It's Sunday evening, 8:30. I'm preparing for my week ahead of time, and I want to make a raw and authentic video. I'm a 20-year-old entrepreneur. It has been the hardest thing in my entire life. But everyone says they want to be an entrepreneur. Everyone says they are an entrepreneur, but they don't really understand the loopholes that you actually have to go through. I knew I wanted to be my own boss so that I can take care of myself, I can take care of my loved ones, and of course I can travel and have more freedom, and that's amazing. Being an entrepreneur and living life in general is not easy. It's tough. There's going to be a lot of curveballs thrown at you. One thing I can truly be very, very grateful for is being able to know that no matter how far in a hole I am, or no matter how shitty my day might be, I know I have the skills and I have the grit and I have the mindset to get myself out of it. And what I mean by that is I'll pretty much show you an example. Past whole weekend has been an amazing weekend, but a lot of bullshit has come up. You know, I have two cars. I have a Tacoma and I have a Tesla. What had happened over this weekend is my Tacoma did not start. Something was wrong with the starter. We went to go play tennis in Laguna Beach and it wouldn't start. So that's a problem that came through, and called the tow company and got it taken care of. And now, if I was struggling, or if I just didn't even have a good mindset, I would be freaking out and be like, damn dude, I gotta pay this and I gotta stress about this, and how am I gonna come up with the money? Like, this is such a what car am I gonna have to drive now? Like, me 2 years ago today, starting my entrepreneurship journey, or just living life in general, being an 18-year-old kid coming out of high school, I'd be stressed about it. It happened with my truck, and then yesterday I have a flat tire in my Tesla. So two different problems in a matter of a weekend with my vehicles. And I don't say to complain at all, but I laugh about it. I want to share with you guys my journey and what goes on in my life. But I'm so grateful to say that I don't have to worry about anything because I know that I can take care of it. I've set aside so many hours and so many stressful days and studying constantly and stacking my skills and making sure that I'm going to be okay and secure. So, like I said, entrepreneurship has its pros and cons, and it's one of those things where, like, hey dude, if I don't have a car, I'm good. I work from home. I don't have to worry about not affording to fix my vehicles because I'm good. They're paid off, I'm okay, everything's fine. But I know that when I first started, I had an old car. I remember it was a 1997 Honda Civic, and I was stressed, and I was like, that's my only car. If I didn't have the money to even fix it, I can't go hang out with friends, or I can't go to work, or I can't do something. It's a different perspective because everyone's thinking, I know at least for me, I'm constantly thinking drive. I have to make money. I have to make sure teams are good. I have to, it's all over the place. But I have to come back to reality and be very, very grateful. Like, this stuff that happened to my cars, it fucking sucks. I'm not going to lie. But I just shrugged off the shoulder. It doesn't even affect me anymore. I know some 20, 30, 40-year-olds that will freak out over the smallest things. Oh my God, I forgot to even mention, dude. Last week, my girl crashed my car. Nothing crazy, it was just a dent. She scratched it. She was trying to, out of the parking lot, and she hit a wall. But I didn't care. I don't care. I understand that it's just materialistic things that, is gonna deteriorate one day. But what's important for me is knowing that I'm healthy, my people around me are taken care of, they're safe, they're healthy, and that alone I can keep on running and moving forward. And I think that mindset was a mindset that I learned from all of my mentors that shared the same thing in common, even though they were in completely different industries. This is just raw rant, just me trying to be authentic as much as I possibly can because, life is constantly going to get in the way. People are going to get sick. Vehicles are going to break. You know what I mean? Nothing is going to last forever. So it's important for you to just remain in this present moment, be grateful for what you have right now. And if shit hits the fan, if stuff goes south, you lose a job or something happens in your life, you got to be grateful for the smallest things. Hey, at least vehicles weren't hit and totaled. You know what I mean? Someone has it worse out there. So because I know you can't really cry over spilled milk, but I've talked to a lot of people where I'm very polite and I'm having a conversation with them and they're telling me, dude, this and this happened. I'm just like, that's not really that big of a deal. At least for me, it's not. Like, you can't let it affect you because the second it affects you, it's going to ruin your state. And it's going to ruin the way you're going to set you back. And it's very, very difficult to get out of a bad state. So it's important for you to be in a high frequency state, an abundant state, knowing that no matter how much money you lose, you can always make more. Knowing no matter how many vehicles break down or whatever problems it might be, you can come back up and be fine. I thought it was just a lesson that I had over the weekend for this week. Because I want to look back at these memories and of course inspire people that were once in my shoes, or inspire people that want to just elevate their whole life. Because guys, it's not always sales, it's not always, laptops and traveling. It's most importantly your mindset and perspective and how you look at things. You know what I mean? So remember, be present, be grateful, make sure that not to cry over spilled milk, because shit's gonna hit the fan regardless. That alone will give you the confidence and the drive and of course the motivation to keep on going in your journey. So I wish you the best of luck. I'll see you later. Peace.